A visual autobiography?
Yes, of course.
Don't call it a biopic.
I would never call it a biopic.
It seemed inevitable for the longest time. Madonna was writing and directing her own major Hollywood biopic. Julia Garner had won the coveted lead role, and fans were eagerly awaiting a cinematic retelling of one of pop music's most influential careers. So, what went wrong?
Netflix was interested in turning Madonna's life into a limited series, but she couldn't get the script she wrote back unless she bought it at an extortionist price.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be taking a deep dive into the Madonna biopic and the protracted, torturous production hell it languished in before its eventual cancellation.
All right, this is my final offer. I'll give you $1,000 and my gold bracelet. Take it, okay? Now give me some fish.
Chapter 1: The Blonde Ambition.
I was at a party and there was a huge crowd of people, but we just saw each other and we knew.
Just like that?
Yeah.
News of a planned Madonna biopic first broke in 2017 when Universal Pictures acquired Blonde Ambition, a screenplay by Elise Hollander that topped the blacklist and quickly generated serious industry buzz. The story focused on Madonna's early years in New York and her rise to fame, a period that has already been heavily mythologized in pop culture.
You must be my lucky star, 'cause you make the darkness seem so far.
While fans applauded the news, the reaction from Madonna herself was very negative. She posted on Instagram that nobody else could know what she had lived through or truly understand her journey, arguing that only she had the authority to tell her own story.
And I was thinking about how the music is so influenced by so many parts of the world, and each time I collaborate with somebody, or I work with another artist, or I just work with Mirwais, for instance, I have a different feeling.
She also criticized what she viewed as opportunistic storytelling around her life. With Madonna's very public rejection of the idea, the studio would likely have had a tough time getting the rights to her music. It was no surprise that shortly after the announcement, Blonde Ambition was quietly shelved.
He supports you, for he loves you, understands you, is one of you. If not, how could he love me?
Chapter 2: Taking control of her own story. So what do you do when you don't like the version of your story floating around? Apparently, you write it yourself.
Well, the reason I'm doing it is because a bunch of people have tried to write movies about me, but they're always men. Ugh.
In 2020, Madonna took things into her own hands with the announcement that she would co-write and direct a new biopic at Universal, the very same studio that picked up Blonde Ambition. This was reported to be a collaboration with Oscar-winning Juno screenwriter Diablo Cody, under the working title Little Sparrow.
Madonna has been teasing this project for a couple of weeks now, sharing some pictures on Instagram, some videos as well, there you go, of herself working alongside Oscar winner Diablo Cody, who will co-write the project.
Madonna described the film as focusing on her journey as an artist navigating a male-dominated industry. This proposed story would touch on key milestones like her Like a Prayer album, appearance in Evita, and her connection to members of New York's ballroom scene. The scope alone made the project ambitious, but it also raised an unavoidable question. Could a biopic maintain objectivity when its subject was also behind every creative decision on screen?
You know what? There is nobody on this planet that can write or direct and make a movie about me better than me. And that is just the truth.
Chapter 3: The Search for Movie Madonna.
Everyone in Hollywood wants this part, and all they have to do is impress the director, whose name is Madonna. Madonna, she's also writing it and producing it and working with casting director Carmen Cuba to find the star, and auditions have been going on for months.
By 2022, the biopic had resulted in one of Hollywood's most intense casting searches. Madonna reportedly created a shortlist of potential actresses she believed had the goods to take her on. This included names like Florence Pugh, Odessa Young, Alexa Demi, and Julia Garner.
I'm obsessed with Inventing Anna. I just watched it, and Julia Garner, I think, is one of the best actresses around right now. And look at her on the left. She even looks like Madonna.
She
at
does
the
look
age.
like a young Madonna.
Right?
Give her that little gap tooth and I'm sold.
What followed was described as an unusually demanding audition process, with candidates undergoing extended choreography sessions, script readings directly with Madonna, and performance tests that included singing her songs in front of her. While the process bordered on theatrical in how intensely it played out, it showed just how personally invested Madonna remained in the project. Garner, who was just coming off her Emmy-winning work on Ozark, ultimately clinched the role, a decision that was met with acclaim from critics and fans alike.
Is that just rumor? Nope, there it is, side by side. And you actually got on stage with her to sort of, I guess, maybe help prepare, get into the role?
Well, yeah, we just, we had fun on stage.
For a brief moment, the project appeared to have found its sweet spot and production was finally within reach.
But when you play Madonna, when you sing and dance like Madonna, I mean, how do you prepare for that?
I mean, you know as much as I do.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay,
yeah.
we're gonna play that game.
Maybe next time when I come back.
Okay.
Chapter 4, Stuck in Limbo.
Madonna.
Yeah?
I dare you to do a world tour and play your greatest motherfucking hits.
Okay.
4 decades?
Yeah, bitch.
As in 40 years?
Following the announcement of Julia Garner's casting, things seemed to grind to a halt. The next major announcement from Madonna came in January 2023, but it had nothing to do with the film. Instead, it was reported that Madonna was going on the Celebration Tour, a global retrospective of her decades-long career.
80s, 90s, 2000s, 4 decades of music avec moi. MLVC. Welcome to the party, bitches.
Soon after, reports indicated that Universal had removed the biopic from its active slate. While some outlets describe the move as a delay and others as a cancellation, Madonna's representatives maintained that the project would return sometime in the near future.
There's a lot of unenlightened people in the world. Yeah. They can't see into the future.
Still, the decision to go on a lengthy tour in the middle of development meant that the film was already on shaky ground. Not only was this bad for Universal, which had already invested a lot of money into the project, it was also bad for Garner, as the extensive training she underwent now seemed pointless.
Oh, when is it going to get made? Is it going to, we're supposed to film it in April, but now we're filming it in September. And now, it's the same thing. It's so, not dramatic.
Chapter 5, A Ray of Light.
We've been hearing about this one for nearly 4 years, with reports of different writers and actresses in the mix. Yesterday on social media, the Grammy winner shared a series of photos from the most Madonna writers ever.
After her tour came to an end in 2024, Madonna signaled that the biopic was still very much alive. She put up an Instagram post indicating that development had resumed, this time with writer Aaron Cressida Wilson. Reports also suggested the film had been retitled Who's That Girl?, referencing Madonna's 1987 film and its accompanying soundtrack hit. This reworking suggested a possible tonal or structural reset rather than a continuation of the earlier draft. Around the same time, Julia Garner also confirmed in interviews that she remained attached to the project, which quelled many fans' fears.
So is this happening? Is this real?
Yeah.
You're playing Madonna?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yes. I can't say too much about it, but yes, it's a work in progress.
However, despite renewed activity, updates about the actual production remain sparse. The project appeared to exist in a constant state of revision, during which momentum was repeatedly rebuilt but never sustained long enough to actually transition into production.
Because if you don't make yourself vulnerable, you can't channel creativity, right? And a lot of my pain, my sorrow, my suffering, my feelings of being vulnerable allow me to create.
Chapter 6, a Netflix limited series.
What would a TV show about Madonna be like? Is there, it could be a full episode. She's done so much in her career where she's, a full episode of her putting on a cone bra. Do you remember when she had that cone bra?
By 2025, the project had shifted formats once again, with a limited series reportedly in development at Netflix. The move made sense, as it offered Madonna ample space to explore her lengthy career without needing to compress all of her different eras into a single narrative arc.
Bad girl, jump by 6.
Sean Levy was attached as an executive producer alongside Madonna, and Julia Garner was still expected to portray the lead role. However, complications quickly emerged. Madonna later revealed that she could not reuse earlier drafts of her script without repurchasing them from Universal, which had set it at, quote, an extortionist's price.
And I had to call people up, call up the heads of studios, call up my agents and threaten them and say that I will stand in front of the building and protest and make everybody's life a misery if they go through with it.
At the same time, her search for a suitable showrunner for the limited series proved difficult, and this left the project without a stable creative anchor. Despite a surge of renewed optimism, the series ultimately stalled before any actual production began.
Madonna's life is so interesting and iconic. So Madonna, I don't know what agents and producers you're talking to, but you better make this show yourself. Just put the money up and put it on the streaming channel yourself, and you would make a ton of money, as many fans as you have.
Chapter 7. It all falls apart. After nearly a decade of will they, won't they deliver the bloody biopic, Madonna confirmed in June 2026 that the project was officially cancelled.
So what's going on? Why was it cancelled?
Well, it was cancelled because of budgets. Madonna basically had been working with Universal for 2 years, and then she was like, I've had a really big life, I need a really big budget.
Obviously.
And Universal couldn't cover her budget.
In a sit-down with Interview magazine, Madonna cited prolonged disagreements with Universal over budget and creative scope as the underlying reasons. She explained that she had worked extensively on multiple script versions and even explored filming in Serbia to reduce costs.
I can only imagine what the budget was.
Squillions.
Just
Squillions
so
of dollars.
much. But it is Madonna, and I suppose it's her life story, and she wants it to be amazing.
However, she seemed to realize that the scale required to properly depict her life was not something the studio was willing to support. There was also reportedly a tonal divide, with Madonna seemingly pushing for a grittier approach, while the studio preferred something lighter and more commercially conventional. Neither vision fully aligned, resulting in a prolonged stalemate.
You're frozen when your heart's not open.
In June 2026, fans got a glimpse of what that biopic might have looked like with Julia Garner's cameo in Madonna's Bring Your Love music video. Postmortem. Are some music icons simply too difficult to adapt? The broader conversation surrounding Madonna's biopic touches on a growing skepticism toward musical biopics as a genre. While films like Bohemian Rhapsody and Rocketman achieved major box office success, both faced some criticism for the rather formulaic storytelling and sanitized portrayals.
Maybe if you ask them, they would meet me. Tell them I want to talk. Just talk. We're family.
That assessment was especially loud with the 2026 Michael Jackson biopic, which received heavy criticism for the apparent hero worship of Jackson and the glossing over of more controversial moments in his life.
I'm gonna look him straight in the eye. This is my life. My path.
Within that context, Madonna presents a unique challenge. She isn't defined by a single era, scandal, or achievement, but by her constant reinvention. As a result, any attempt to simplify her story risks stripping away what made her extraordinary in the first place. Perhaps that explains why this project repeatedly collapsed under the tremendous weight of its own ambition. What do you make of Madonna's proposed biopic and its eventual cancellation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.